I'm Dr. George Flynn. Welcome to In-Depth TV. You know, this is sort of a public service, but it's really about how you can make things better for your life and how you can make things much stronger in your life. There are a lot of people talk about worry and how much you worry. There have been books out there, Stop Worrying, Start Living, Stop Worrying About This, How to Stop Worrying, there are a lot of how-to books on worry. And for goodness sakes, we know a lot about worry. We know how to worry perfectly. We can figure that out. But it's been shown, and I do not know how they came up with this number, 92% of the things people worry about never happen. That's right. 92% of the things people worry about just don't happen. Now that's amazing when we talk about what's the mechanisms here. Only 8% of the things that people worry about actually happen. Now, to me, there's a huge difference in worry, that's right, worry, downright worry, and consideration. You know, worry and consideration, to me, are two different things. As a physician, I know things can go right, I know things can go wrong. But what I do, and what a lot of successful people that deal with this do, is they consider what could go wrong. They don't dwell on it. They consider what could go wrong, develop a plan of action for what could go wrong, and as long as they have that plan of action, then everything seems to be under control. Other people just worry about, oh, it might happen. Oh, this might happen. Oh, what could happen here? But no plan of action if it does happen. So once you develop that plan of action for what happens and what you do about it, then you can cross that off your worry list. Because likely, number one, it won't happen. 92% it won't happen. But in the 8% of chance that it might happen, you've got an action plan. So that should take away worry, and I'm talking about consider everything that might happen. Consider all the different things, what you would do if. What you would do if. And once you figure that out, then you can go about your business. Now, what do people worry about? Well, they worry about their lifestyle. Well, what would happen if my lifestyle, what would happen to my lifestyle if I lost my money, if I did this, if I did that? And develop a plan of action, what you would do if. Once you get that figured out, you quit worrying about it. You quit even thinking about it because you've got a plan of action. What about your money? What if you lost all your money? What would you do? What if you got a lot of money? What would you do? People worry about having too much money. People worry about having not enough money. People worry about living on the edge. And what if I went this way or this? It's just develop a plan of action. What would I do if? And it may take you 1 minute, may take you 10 minutes. But just figure out what you would do, and then all of a sudden, the gates of freedom open up. You're not so held in check by this worry about money. Now, another one is, what if your spouse left you? What if your partner left you? What would you do? What if they pass away? What would you do? What if y'all just grew apart? Or what if some friends left you? What would you do? Well, you know, contrary to a lot of the songs we hear, you'll do fine. I heard one time, you came into the world alone, you'll exit the world alone, And so the people you have around you, the friends, the spouse, the family, the partners, they can come and go. You will still be intact. They do not control you. And I'm not trying to say don't, be dedicated to someone else. But remember, like they say on the airplane, if we lose oxygen, the oxygen mask will drop down. Put your oxygen mask on first before you try to help someone else. So I'm saying, take care of yourself first. Now, if everybody will do that, we will have people that are independent and able to function on their own. Now, a lot of people worry about, well, if I pass away, what's going to happen to my family? Your family is going to be just fine. They're going to be just fine. They're people. They're competent. They know how to get along in life just as well as you do. I hate to tell you, maybe better than you do. So watch out for you thinking you're the center of the earth and you control everything. What about your health? People worry about their health all the time. As a doctor, I see people come in, well, I'm worried that I might have this, I might have this. Just develop a plan of action. Go to your doctor. Don't sit around and worry about it. And just go and have whatever test or have whatever examination. Find out what it is or if you've got it. If you don't, quit worrying about it. I've seen people worry about having a abnormal blood test. They'll worry about it and they'll have an abnormal blood test. They won't ask what to do about it. They'll just worry about it. Oh, it's abnormal. And then, they'll talk to a doctor, or they'll talk to a nurse, or they'll talk to some friend that will tell them about this, tell them what to do, tell them how to take care of it. And then a week later, they'll go get the same blood test, saying, well, I was worried about it, and I wonder if it's changed any. So let's stop worrying so much about that. Pay attention to your health professionals. Pay attention to them. Do what they tell you to do. Do exactly what they tell you to do. And if you've got a question about it, call them. Go by and see them again. Talk to them online, offline, however you want to do it. But just get their advice because they usually know more than you do about it. And even doctors. Doctors need to go to other doctors, even though they know it. There's an old adage out there, the doctor that treats himself has a fool for a doctor and a fool for a patient. Now, that's an old adage because you cannot be separated from the emotions of things. You cannot be academically honest about things if you're treating yourself. And it's the same with you. If you're treating yourself, if you're going to Dr. Google online and saying, remember, most people online are the people that were worried about things, the 8%. Most people online are the ones that are posting things, posting the bad things that happen. All the complications, not the, whatever it is, 90% of people that had very, very benign course of whatever it was. They got something, some disease. They went to see a professional. They got a treatment or a prescription or something, and they got well, and everything was fine. Only the people, generally, that have complications, that have problems, that like to gripe and complain, are posting about this online. And so you're exposed to all of this. And I have patients coming in all the time worried because they read something on Google. They read something on the internet. And, I'll do a procedure and they'll say, well, it's nothing like they said it might be. It wasn't as painful. It wasn't. And they were so relieved. And that's just what I want to impart to you. Stop worrying. Take an action. Do something about it. And move on. Get on with your life of not worrying and enjoying your life. Well, what about your security? or you feel secure, people get worried about, it's so dangerous out there. Well, take precautions, and protect yourself. Do not put yourself in a compromising position where you can be hurt, attacked, robbed. Don't put yourself in those positions. And if you find yourself in those positions, you've heard the term, if the hair stands up on the back of your neck, pay attention. Your body's trying to tell you something. Leave. I don't care where you are. If you feel threatened, and that's what the hair standing on the back of your neck means, if you feel threatened, you generally are threatened. Get out of there. Put distance between you and whatever you think the threat is. So make sure that you pay attention to the signals that you're getting. What about your status? Well, I was a this and I was a that, and now I'm no longer a this. I got fired, or something happened at my job somewhere. I made a mistake. My status, everyone's talking about me. Well, everybody's not talking about you. Most people, if you tell them your troubles, most people, 50% of them, don't care about your troubles. They're too concerned about their lives. The other 50% are glad you've got the troubles. Now, that's an old adage, and I'm sure those percentages are not correct, but just remember that. We don't need to go around complaining to someone that can do nothing about the situation. Now, the last part of this, probably the most important. If you worry about something, you're actually setting a goal. And remember, we've talked time and time again about goal setting. If you want to get somewhere, you set a goal and you get there. You set a goal and you make steps. You progress to achieving the goal. Worry is nothing more than negative goal setting. So if you worry about something, have you ever noticed if you worry about something, generally it happens. That's the 8%. So I'm saying, let's get out of that 8%. Let's go to the people that think about it. 92%, never happens. Quit worrying about it. But if you really get intent, if you really want to make that goal of worrying to make something happen, it's out there for you. Do not start negative goal setting. That's worry. Don't do that. Why would you do that to yourself? Why would you want to make things worse in your financial life, in your family life, in your lifestyle? Why would you want to make anything worse in your health? Why would you want to worry about something you've heard the term, I worried myself sick. That's just not a term. People can worry themselves sick. What about your security? What about your status? Let's not worry about these things, because remember, what is that? Negative goal setting. You do not want negative goal setting. You want to think about the good things, how great something could happen, how wonderful it'd be if this happened and that happened. And set your mind on those goals. Set your mind on the good things happening to you, not everything bad could happen. Because it's not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. You don't have enough bad luck to have all of that happen to you. And what I'm saying is, worry about nothing. Consider it, make a plan for it, whatever it is, but make sure you focus on the good things happening. How you're going to achieve health, how you're going to achieve financial success, how you're going to achieve the proper relationships. I'm Dr. George Flynn. You've been watching In-Depth TV. I appreciate